Today we'll discuss some more part of science and technology. So in that, last time we were talking about space technology in larger sense. So in that, one more thing what you need to remember is that the small scale, the small satellite launch vehicles, especially the private launched. So what is the company which we have in private sector, especially the launch vehicles, satellites and other set?
We're not able to recall.
Others? Remember the vehicle named Agni Born? No? It was in news for a long period of time. Okay. So anyway, so you try to remember Agnikul Cosmos. Okay, this is one private company which involves in developing private rockets. Okay, so we call them as Agni Born. Okay, so these are this particular Agni Born was in use for a long period of time, and for the first time they have the first semi cryogenic engine developed. Okay, so indigenously they developed, and this startup is in Chennai. Okay, so remember that, and previously also in near Chennai they launched this particular first rocket where the former Telangana governor also came and launched that particular thing. And apart from that, this particular thing, they have the first private launch pad. Apart from that, world's first 3D rocket. Okay, world's first 3D rocket. So all these are dedicated to this particular 3D printed rocket, right? So all these are dedicated to this particular organization. So you can expect question from this because for past 2-3 years they were in continuous news. Okay, but they weren't been asked. So from 2020 onwards they were in news, but no such questions were there. So it can be asked now because series of things are added. Okay. Fine. So apart from that, with respect to these space, we have defense. So what are the missiles in use now?
Agni 5, sir.
Agni 5 then. What missiles are in use?
So Agni 5 and its technology, so like the like we can have like from
BrahMos, okay. Then BrahMos, then so we had Akash, which was in news. Anything else? Missiles. So actually Agni and Akash are in use for a long period of time. Okay. So what is the specialty of Agni 5?
we can like have multiple targets now. We can like target multiple from one launch.
Okay.
MIR technology.
So what is that particular? Okay, what is that particular missile is called as?
Ballistic missile.
Okay, so canister missile, ballistic missile, solid fuel missile, fine. But what is that actually? Agni 5.
It's a surface to surface missile. So, and like we have like right now.
Okay.
It's a long range intercontinental missile.
It is an intercontinental ballistic missile. Okay. With MIRV technology. What is MIRV technology?
With one launch, we can have like multiple targets we can strike at
So
from
multiple in what is that?
independent.
Multiple independently targetable re-entry vehicle. Okay. So you can have multiple independent re-entry. What is re-entry? It is ballistic missile. So it has to travel across a long range by moving out of the atmosphere and coming into the atmosphere, re-entry. So it can have multiple re-entry. Okay. Independent multiple re-entry system. So naturally, this is what. So what is canister missile? What is canister missile?
We can launch missile from anywhere. It's a mobile kind of missile.
So canister means you have a missile within that particular silo kind of, and you can have mobility. Okay, so canister is mostly mobility. So it can be a mobile missile where you can, wherever you can have it, you can get it on road and you can place it and have it. So how many stage it is? How many stage it is?
2 stage.
Huh?
2 stage.
2 stage. Is it? Is it 2 stage? Are you fine with that? It is intercontinental ballistic missile. Think and tell.
It's a 3-stage missile.
3-stage solid fuel missile. Okay, 3-stage solid fuel missile. Whether it uses cryo technology, whether
No, I
it
think
uses
it's
cryo technology.
I
So
think
all
it's
stages
all
are solid
solid.
fuel. Okay, all stages are solid fuel. Remember. So what they will do? They will put it as Agni missile is a what do you call? Intercontinental ballistic missile or 3-stage missile, and the final stage has cryo engine. Okay, so it is not. You need not have cryo engine because it's going to travel just around 7,000 kilometers max. So 5,000 to 7,000 kilometers, and for that you need not have a cryo engine. Yeah. Okay. So who operates this particular Agni missiles? Who will actually operate this Agni missile?
So like we have the three, like we have the command, like we have made a central command like serious post and all are there. So
what is that? That is what. What is that? Your strategic forces command. Okay, strategic forces command, which will directly operate this particular missile. Okay, fine. So remember some significant aspects. What are they? You try to understand. Even for mains, you will have significance of Agni 5 missile. Okay, so when you write significance, try to have different perspectives of significance. Set strategic significance, technological significance, defense-wise significance. So likewise, you try to have some significance in different manner about Agni 5. Okay. Anyway, so Agni 5 is important. and they can ask you about Agnikul. And similarly, the new generation Akash is also important. See, generally, all these missiles, what we have now, have converted into new generation. Okay, so we have converted all these missiles into new generation missiles, because all these missiles have to be upgraded with the different technologies. Okay, so when you find the missiles as of now, so present day missiles which you have, so generally you can see some new technologies which are introduced. So they can, as you discussed now, so it is multi-independent re-entry vehicle technology will be there. Canisterization will be there. So it is a feature which you find almost all things we try to put into place. Then we try to have maneuverability. Maneuverability is wherever it can, fire and forget kind of. Okay, so maneuverable missiles. Then we try to have hypersonic technology infused in them. Okay, we try to develop hypersonic missiles and so on. Okay, and we will try to have, see, this MARV is for warheads, remember. Okay, warheads means which will attack. And similarly, you have hypersonic technology, and apart from that, you have ramjet, scramjet technology for jets. Okay, so all these are important technologies what we have on part of these missiles. Apart from that, propellants. Okay, we have propellant technology. So we try to generate more green propellants. Okay, we try to have more green propellants as well as solid propellants. Okay, at longer ends, say launch vehicle in the sense what you have it in space, then it is going to be what do you call cryotechnology. Whereas here it is going to be in this particular way what you are going to have. And similarly, you try to have autonomous deduction technology, which is also there. Autonomous deduction technology. So fire and forget kind of. Okay. So that we try to ensure in these missiles. So all these are common features which we try, whatever things we have, missiles you have, we try to do it. If you have very good missiles, then with all these technologies, what we try to do is miniaturization. What is miniaturization? So all performance is good, fine. You reduce the size, okay, and you try to have all weather capabilities. Okay, when you achieve others, you try to achieve this. Okay, fine. So, and similarly, the navigation technologies, we try to have redundant, dual redundant system, which is there. We call it as dual redundant system. So it is a method of navigation what they follow as of now in the new technology. So these are some of the high-end technologies which we try to provide in our missile systems so that the missile systems are upgraded. And that is the reason why you call it as new generation. Okay, new generation of missiles. Okay. Say, for example, the Akash, which is in news. Usually Akash is a what type of missile? Huh? Akash is what type of missile?
Surface to air.
Surface to
Air.
Surface to air. Okay, surface to air missiles, SAM missiles. Okay. Now what we do, we try to have different Akash. So quick response. There is quick range, short range, medium range, long range, vertical launch. Okay, there are different types of Akash we have, and that we call it as the new generation. Okay, so don't be there with the old generation examples. Even when you try to quote some examples, don't quote Dhanush. Okay, try to have naval anti-ship short-range missile, NASM. Okay, so try to upgrade your information with these type of missiles. Okay, so we have many, say for example, Nag. Nag is a previous missile. Now we have Sant missile, SANT. Okay, so likewise we have many different types of anti-missiles and anti-tank missiles, which previously was called as Nag, whereas now we try to have different names. Okay, so try to upgrade that. That is very crucial. So this is one part which is in use. Whereas the second part is, remember, since we have also seen predator drones and all, okay, in current affairs. Okay, predator drone technology. Okay, many aspect of drone technology came in. So when we talk about drone technology at large, so you have different aspects of drone technology which is put in place. So especially defense. So you have different usage of drones. So drones can be, what are the defense usage of drones? Where all drones can be used?
So like
Surveillance.
Surveillance, okay. Surveillance and reconnaissance. Then
irrigation.
defense related.
sir, like to
Then
supply
Then
the materials and also to supply the warheads.
supply, okay, fine. Supply warheads, okay. Miniature attacks, okay. So missile, it's not missile attack. We put it as missile distractors. Okay, they try to missile destroyers or missile distractors. Okay, then generally we put it as anti-air warfare technologies. Okay, we try to have anti-air warfare technologies, especially at high altitudes, where you have where human cannot reach. So these drones can have. So that is the reason when you have drone technology, you predominantly find drone technology which is high altitude. Okay, so high altitude, long endurance. So these two are the two important aspects what we actually go with these drones. Okay, and we try to have various such drone developments. You know, different types of drones which we use, and we have a significant development in drone technology in this time period. So we have unmanned vehicles, we have tactical drones, we have next generation drones. So in all these aspects, we try to specifically develop drones for specific purpose in defense. So when you learn about different drones, what we have, try to ensure for what purpose they are using. Okay, because they can simply ask you discuss the drone technology which is used in Indian defense and kind of. So the entire spectrum you need to address. Okay, so important drones which are there in use, you try to have. And similarly, last time they didn't ask, it was in use in large in defense, but still you can have it relevant. Say for example, in self-defense, okay. So defending technologies. So defending technologies means, so you may have different attacks what you may have. Okay, so you may have different attacks what you may have. So in that particular case, what happens? You have to defend yourself with varieties of threats. Okay, so in missiles, when you see, you have missiles of different nature. So you have anti-missile launch systems. Generally, there are systems which are against missile. There are anti-satellite system, which we have. Any idea about anti-satellite system? What is the name of it? Mission Shakti. Okay. Anti-radiation. We have Rudram missile. Okay, anti-radiation. And then we have anti-tank. Okay, so we have anti-ship. Here we have anti-ship. So apart from that, we have this one, that is your in this anti-missile, you can put it as a surface-to-air missile defense system, that is NASAM and so on. So which you have to defend the entire aspect. Okay. So apart from that, you have anti-air warfare. So apart from that, we have anti-electronic warfare system. Okay. So all these are advanced aspects what we have. Fine.
Yes, sir.
So for these, you try to have examples because all these are in use in different format or different cases what we have in defense. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So apart from that, you may have some questions which are this is missile and missile stuff. Okay. Sometimes they may ask you about what do you call the this one, that is your some yeah. They may ask you with some new launches, or they may ask you about vessels. Okay. So vessels, aircrafts, and other aspects. So in these cases, what you need to do, usually they go for a larger, significant vessel which has to be there, especially defenders or destroyers, aircraft carriers. So likewise, when they are in use, they are asking. Okay. Whereas other aspects, they go for other exams like CAPF, okay, CDS. So in that particular part only, they are asking, especially CDS only, they are concerned about different things. But larger development, say wherever, whenever you had either your prime ministers or ministers involved in launch of a vessel, you try to take note of it. Okay, president, prime minister, or minister who involves in launch. So those type of missiles are, vessels are very important for us in civil services. Whereas other minor first and others, they usually ask in other areas. Okay, so defenders, destroyers, or some this one, that is frigates, which are used for the first time or launched with the new technologies. So missiles, vessels with new technologies. So they ask in that particular manner. Not all vessels are being asked. Okay. And nowadays also they stopped asking exercises often, but they are asking it in other exams, other UPSC exams. They are continuously asking. But as previously as we had it in civil services, now it is less. Once in a while, say marking some anniversaries or marking for the first time they are doing it, then they are asking now. Okay. So that you try to have a significant look. Apart from that, what you need to learn: name of the vessel, okay, its builder, its category. So what category it falls into? Say Shivaji class or Kolkata class. So it is a destroyer, likewise. And then some specification of importance. Say for example, specification of importance means it may be a vessel which uses nuclear power. Okay, likewise, some important thing. Apart from that, in case of any collaboration or international cooperation, which happens to be, so then we have this particular thing in this regard. Okay, so those aspects you try to concentrate on. That's what they involved with. Whereas in missiles and all, name of the missile, type of the missile, all things which I asked you. So these are certain areas of questions. Okay, range, fuel, what technologies they use, So what purpose they use. So all these aspects, builders and so on. Okay. So in vessels, same as vessels, you have aircraft, what they are in use, or any other army development, what you have, everything same method. So what aircraft, what type of aircraft, so who is the builder, so what specification it has. In case if it is attached with some missiles or so on, some countries you buy. So then that basic specifications. So this is how usually the questions in and around defense will be. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So any other doubts in missiles? I mean, defense sector as such,
Sir,
in studying defense.
sir, like in America also, like so many private companies has launched some like
See,
satellite launch.
whichever it is relevant to India, that is alone is required. So no, not much is there.
Okay, sir.
So they are not they are least bothered about what the others have. You cannot find a question, say, for example, this particular missile which they had. That type of questions are very less or seldom they ask, even in the previous decades. Okay. In case if those missiles have been purchased by India, say Patriot missile purchased by India, or Heron UAVs purchased in India. So likewise, so at the time they had, say, Barak missile agreement was signed. So Barak missile, Israel. So massive following was there. But just because they had launch, they never had it.
No, sir. Like in the field of
No.
space, I'm asking, sir. Like many American companies has like launched recently, like the some like
And that's what anything significant. Say, for example, it may be first time
okay,
a private company would have reached Mars. So likewise,
okay, sir.
only records kind of. A general thing, it's not be. Usually, when you when you see the questions, you can see, say, NASA based questions will be there, or ESA based questions will be there. So only the space agencies which are largely there with their contributions, it was asked largely. But when SpaceX was started, not SpaceX, before that, way back, a decade before, there was a company which started space tourism. I forgot the name. It starts with V, I remember. So that particular, though at the time they asked that particular private company. Why? Because for the first time in the world it happened, right? So that's how. So they it comes with some technologies. So they asked, what is this particular company is all about? That's all. Clear. So they are
Sir, in
bothered
science
much
and
about
tech,
ISRO, and they are bothered about some major developments if the company, I mean, country had with their own space agencies.
sir, in science and tech, can we rely on mainly the current affairs of last 2 years or 1 year, sir? Means like area of questions.
Yeah,
Means like
say for example, science and tech, definitely you need to rely upon 2 years because there may be a fallout in this regard. Okay, so there are evidences where science and tech has been asked previously also. 1 year, 2 year ahead also. I mean, before also they have asked. Okay. So continuous 2 years in case if you have some news, yes, of course. That's what I also told Agnikul, Cosmos, because they haven't asked about it, but continuously for 2-3 years they were in news. Yeah. So all of a sudden, what they will do, they will ask three statements about these two companies. I mean, about that particular two launches or other aspects of the companies. So it can be asked. Or they need not ask, they can ask it in mains or kind of. See, whatever it is. But the thing is, possibility is there. Yeah. So any other question?
no, sir.
Okay. Fine. So apart from this, in defense, NDA, so like institutions. So seldom they ask institution, but since NDA and all is celebrating anniversary, so they can ask about National Defense Academy, where it is. Previously, Naval Academy, NDA, okay, so Naval Academy. So likewise, they asked, but it was way back, and that too not much frequent in civil services, but now, so you can have an idea about that. And same way, recently you had news about Karwar also, because something happening in Karwar again. Defense Minister and all visited. So those updates, say whenever a defense minister or someone, like at least up to the chiefs, the three chiefs, then that news will be more important with respect to defense. Otherwise, not much. Marshals launching, okay, admirals launching. So not much they are taking care of. So those which is launched by presidents or prime ministers or ministers, those catch hold of. Clear?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
good evening, sir.
No,
I have a
Good
question.
evening. Yes,
So,
please.
recorded classes I have means for pertaining to prelims, I have attended all the recorded classes and made my own notes, sir. Then
Okay.
I haven't referred to NCRT books, but then when I see the recorded classes and my notes and refer to NCRTs, it's the same thing. Now I don't have time to refer to NCRTs. I'm trying to write give the exam this year, so can you suggest me on the same, sir?
See, the thing is that you need to, you say that the class notes which you have and the NCRTs are almost similar.
Yes,
That
sir.
means class notes which are there are basically notes taken or derived from NCRT.
Yes,
That
sir.
means you have read, we can take it that you have known or at least have some information from NCRT. So what
Yes.
you can do is you can revise through NCRT so that you can get that particular stuff even more clearer. Thereby you can improvise your performance in the prelims.
Actually, sir, last 2 years, like from 2020, I have read all the NCRTs thrice. Every book thrice I have read. Just that I have.
And that's what it's not about reading. It's all about what you call revising.
Okay,
Revising is not again reading. It is more about recollecting. Say, for example, in the NCRT at the end of the day, when you see, end of the book, when you see the index, just go to the index, have some words there. So try to recollect what you know about these words.
Okay,
So
sir.
that is what actual revision is all about. And when you do that, you can easily understand whether you really know that particular issue or not, and how far you know that particular issue. So
Yes.
that's the only method in which the revision can be possible easily.
Yes.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Okay. So today we'll end up here, and on Monday we will do with all other science and tech part, and then we'll move on for I think environment you asked, right? So environment we'll do. Yeah, Wednesday and Friday. Monday we'll go with the remaining part of the technologies.
Sir,
Thank you.
like in this week, sir, you were supposed to conduct the calls and all, sir. I'm just asking.
Yeah, people didn't tell me about their marks, only you did. So I
Yes.
call you.
No, sir, just like I'm just
So-
like I thought maybe if I'm
And that's
missing
what.
something.
So they didn't. I didn't receive any marks. So possibly they would have been tensed or whatever. I didn't know. So couple of people they gave. So I thought in the weekend I can have a call for them.
I just clarified because I thought
Sure.
if I'm missing something, then that's the reason, sir. I asked you.
Okay, fine. Thank you.